And I don't care what Uncle Buffalo says. That intro is plenty. It's long. It's good, and I like it. I don't care what Uncle Buffalo says. Anyway, we're live. So happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to, I don't know, what are we calling this? The Wednesday live stream? Denver's looking like a lumberjack today. We got Moto Noggin here. I've been waiting for this. I got the ride today. I'm excited. So I hope everybody's doing well. Moto Noggin is our guest tonight. So I don't know if you've seen the Biker Lifestyle podcast, but they always kick it off with a very aggressive question to the guest right away. So here's my question. This is going to be an aggressive, hard-hitting question, so get ready for it.
Okay.
They brought back the McShake. What do you think? The Shamrock Shake, you a fan or not?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, anything with mint and chocolate, I'm down.
I'm in. My kid, I think he drinks one a day. It's ridiculous. So welcome. Thank you very much for coming to join the mess that we are today. And so tell everybody. Oh, absolutely. Tell everybody about you. We got the kiddo back there too.
Yeah, Cherokee's kind of in here. And
cool.
I'm right here.
Hi, Cherokee.
Hi.
How are you?
Our lazy dog Griffin just standing there. A good box of chunk.
Yeah, he's a bulldog, so he doesn't do too much.
Hey, I got one of those.
Yeah. And Harley's somewhere over there.
Yeah.
Catch him. I'm doing whatever.
Yeah, but she doesn't let me get too much, alone time. But
going on there, Fat Boy Bob. So tell us about your channel. Tell us where everybody can find you.
Yeah, so Moto Noggin is my channel on YouTube, and Moto Noggin on Instagram. Those are pretty much the two that I'm focusing on right now. I'm kind of learning Instagram because, believe it or not, I didn't really use that much. So I'm kind of figuring out how to share stuff, share it to your story, that type of stuff. But yeah, just Moto Noggin. And, I just started out. I'm a new channel. And, the best thing is everybody that I've met so far. Even Fat Boy Bob, I watched his video where that guy crashed and he helped him out. And, it was insane. I mean, and just you guys and, so many people. So I ride a Sportster S. I started out with a 2021 48, did a stage 1 on it. I did it all myself.
Nice.
Yep. It took me way longer than it should have, but at the end of the day, I got it done. And I love that bike, but I just, when they came out with the Sportster S, I just, I was like, man, I love it. And it had everything I wanted to do. I'm on the 48, Facebook groups and stuff, and everybody, the first thing they do is they add Bluetooth, they add LED lights, they add everything that they were adding and they're paying money to do, shocks and all that. Mm-hmm. Sportster S came with stock, and it was only $1,500 more. So that's what I ride.
Very nice. And you're located where? You're in New York, correct?
Yep, I'm in upstate New York. Close to Lake George, New York. And
very nice.
So up here we have the Americade. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the Americade.
Oh yeah,
it's on Denver's list.
Yep, it's a great show. They really do some nice rides. It's a show that you can come to, hang out, but it's very much about the rides. They'll take they'll say, do you want to go on a 100-mile ride? Do you want to go on a 200-mile ride? They'll go up, New York, crossover, going to Vermont, come back down. So it's really some nice roads and just scenery to ride in. And my local Harley dealer actually asked me because the Harley truck's going to be at the Americade. So that Elise called me from McDermott's and she said, hey, would you want to work it? She's like, we would pay you and everything. And I was like, yeah, absolutely.
You don't have to ask me twice.
Yeah. I'm like,
absolutely. Oh, yeah.
There's going to be new Harleys there and I can like ride them and stuff. Like, so I'm going to be working that. And that's in June. So I'm going to be at the Americade. So if any of you guys are planning on going to the Americade, definitely stop by. If you guys want to test ride something or, whatever, just let me know.
Very nice. Now, when is Americade?
I was just thinking about that. I think it's like June 2nd to the 12th. It's only a week. It's like a Thursday. Like, no, it's a Tuesday.
I might have to get up there because that's not that far of a ride.
I mean, you should come up. It's really a great, and it's right on Lake George. So, I mean, you got the lake. There's restaurants, there's lodging, there's everything up here. It's a really nice, it's kind of like a big biker event, but in like a small town feel, you know what I mean? So it's like you go riding, you go on these groups and you're in the middle of nowhere. So you feel like you're in a small town, but you come back in and there's bikes everywhere. And last year they actually pushed it back to October, which was the first time in like, I don't know, 30, 40 years it was ever that late. And it was a pretty good turnout, but everybody does, everybody does a Mustang. You got they got a nice area. You got to pay like $10 to get into it, which I kind of thought was weird because like they're selling new stuff. So it's like, why are you paying $10 to get in?
Yeah, I get that.
You get the custom dynamics. You got all those guys there, the cardio, the Cena. And so it's a super good time, but the Harley truck didn't come last year. And
really?
Yeah, they didn't.
It was weird. We were at the International Motorcycle Show, and hey, Gray, it was a really good time, but it was weird. Not everybody was there. So BMW wasn't there, Harley was there, Royal Enfield was there, a bunch of brands, but it wasn't. Yeah, it's kind of weird when brands are missing because I was hoping to go and test ride like Ducatis and everything, and we couldn't.
Yeah, that's June 7th to the 11th is Americade.
Thanks. Yeah. And BMW was there and I saw that one bike with the cylinders. It reminds me of like the Subaru with the Boxster engine, with the cylinders that go.
Oh, the R18, yeah.
Vertical.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
But I saw somebody ask a question about Laconia.
Yeah, so somebody had asked a question about where'd it go? So Paul C wanted to know, how does Americade compare to Laconia?
Here's Harley.
I would say
Harley.
It's probably not as big, but I would say Americade, if you want to ride more rather than just go there, like, because sometimes like, and I haven't been to Laconia, but I've talked to people that have been. So I mean, I'm not an expert, so this is just my opinion, but I know a lot of the biker shows, you go and you find a spot to park your bike and you kind of just park your bike and walk around and go to the bars and go to the concerts, and where Americade is a good one if you want to ride. If you want to go on some rides, they do a lot of events pretty much from morning till night. So if you want to ride, go on a 200-mile ride, come back, hang out. So it's a great event.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot of people that come to Americade really, really enjoy it, and a lot of people will do Americade, and then following that, I believe, is Laconia. So
okay,
yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so they'll basically come to Americade, hang out here for a week, and then ride right out to New Hampshire and hang out for Laconia for a week.
Well, the thing with Laconia is you got the history. Laconia is the oldest motorcycle rally in the United States. 2023 is going to be their 100th anniversary. I mean, Laconia is actually older than Sturgis, and it's a huge deal. I mean, if I could swing, I would love to go out there for the 100th anniversary.
Well, you're going to have all that podcasting money pretty soon, so you'll just be able to fly in.
Oh, no, buddy. I would ride.
You could trailer your bike in. It'd be fine.
No, I'm not one of those guys, buddy.
No, I don't know. You say that, but
that's the truth.
I mean, I drove to Home Depot today. I'm not flexing, but it's nice.
I saw one guy riding a Harley, I think a Road Glide, and a black one, and he had his half helmet on, face exposed. And I'm like, man, I look down, it's 42 degrees. I'm like, man, that guy's a badass. And I'm like, wait a minute. He's got a windshield. You know, he's not that bad, you know. Like me, I've never had a windshield. So, like, I ride full face helmet.
Having the windshield changes you.
Yeah, I had a guy pass me this morning when I was going through Bremerton, Washington here. It was, I think, 4:45 this morning on a Goldwing. And I looked down at the thermometer of my work truck, and it's 27 degrees. I'm like, no, I wouldn't want to do it.
Those are the best days to do that. I remember riding my last day at a job. Oh God, it's going back a while when I still had my KOR. It was 26 degrees and I rode to work. It was great stoplights. People were looking at you like, you ain't riding ahead. No, I'm not.
Yeah,
damn, it was fun.
I just pulled up the comments. For some reason, it was private chat. I couldn't see the comments. So hey Des from Windroad Therapy. She said what's up, and I feel bad because people are asking
upstate riders here. Yeah, so throw your questions in the side chat now that we got going. Let you guys know El Buffalo has a premiere at 9. So if we're still going, go watch El Buffalo's, and if we're here, come back. We don't mind. You gotta support El Buffalo. He's the man.
Yes,
that's right.
Absolutely.
And we've got some big things on the plate. I don't know if you guys saw, but in two weeks, what is it? God, now I'm already confused. In 2 weeks, Custom Dynamics is actually going to be our Wednesday live stream, so I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, you're going to follow that up one, and we'll have Clockworks on the V-Twin Life.
It's a pretty big month of interviews coming up. I'm excited. So
hey, me too. I'll let that cat out of the bag.
you didn't sit on that long, jeez.
No, I can't.
So no, Fat Boy, I cannot get his name out to save my life. Oh, somebody asked what I ate. I had a meatball sub at Subway. Okay, you judge me all you want. So who's going to Daytona in the side chat? Anybody? I think Windroad's going. I believe. I may be mistaken.
It'd be fun, but that's like opposite diagonal corners of the country for me.
Yeah,
it's really cold.
One of these days I'll go. I want to get to Maryland this year, and I want to get to the Ocean City one. That's about it.
I have plans. I would love to do it in the next 10 years. I'd love to do the Four Corners. Go from Blaine, Washington, San Ysidro, California, Key West, up to Madawaska, Maine, and back to Blaine.
Toby, so if anyone hasn't seen that, Deborah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, this is good.
So I was unaware that Indy Ridge is now using my videos in their YouTube ads. So I clicked on Traveling Tall's video this morning, and an ad came up for Indy Ridge featuring my videos. So I had no idea that happened. It was pretty cool. And Toby, that's awesome. You saw it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
I was fanboying a little bit. I was like, wait, what just happened?
That's me.
Like, I know that guy. I wouldn't buy anything he says.
I saw him in the mirror this morning.
And I have to give a really cool shout out because you guys know I have an affiliation with Indy Ridge. Cycle Fanatics is at the Harley-Davidson premiere event that Traveling Tall's at. Everybody's there. Jerry Palladino, Hurt Your Wheels. He had a pair of Indy Ridge boots on, so I thought that was the funniest thing to see them pop up on on one of his videos in his Instagram feed. Show me the money. Yeah, so I'm officially now El Buffalo. I'm a spokesperson, a model. I don't know. Model's too far, but yeah, that was a pretty cool way to start my day. Anyway, I'm sorry I got a little off on the tangent there, but that was a pretty cool surprise.
Actually, I got another one from Moto Noggin. Said he had a bulldog. You got English or American?
Oh, here we go.
He's actually an old English bulldog.
Oh, okay, nice.
And I've had a couple of these breeds, and they're basically a mix of like an English bulldog, a pit bull, a bull terrier, basically every type of bulldog. And they can look like an English bulldog or they can look like an American bulldog. So the breed varies. But he looks very much like an English. And
they're taller because I got two Americans. Sorry, I lost one. I had a Scott they're narrower and taller. I have a Johnson bred American Bulldog, Noah, who is more stocky than we just got for Christmas. My wife surprised me and my kids. She's half pit and half and half Bulldog. I can't remember how to brain fart.
You okay over there?
They're awesome dogs.
We need to get paramedics over there, do you?
Soon. But no, I love Bulldogs.
Yeah, they're great dogs. I mean, he is just a meatball. It's just all muscle, just 80 pounds of just
and just full of laziness.
Yep. He's a lazy dog.
If I'm gonna have a dog, that's the kind of dog I want, because I had a lab and that's too much dog for me.
I mean, he doesn't have an aggressive bone in his body. I mean, he really doesn't. They have a very good demeanor. So
they do. Totally.
Yeah, if you're looking for a dog to go to the park and chase stuff, don't.
Yeah, she's
don't get a bulldog because they're not going to do it.
Yeah, she's half pit, half American Bully is what it was.
Oh, yeah. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I know a lot of pit bulls get a bad name, and they're great dogs.
Oh,
they're great
dogs,
but it's all in how they're bred and raised and stuff. But
exactly.
I know a lot of.
Wait a minute, you mean they're not born to like kill people?
No, that's stereotype right there, buddy.
But yeah, no, most of them are really cool, and they're a great dog for home protection.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Brian. When he said he had a bulldog, I got off on that tangent. Squirrel.
That's okay. I mean, my cats aren't that exciting. I get it.
I saw
he's old.
riding Humboldt County. Asked me if weather stops the event for Americade. No, it's kind of like the same thing. Like there's people that will ride with rain gear and they'll ride anytime, and then there's people that will, go to the bar.
Monkey's in the house.
Monkey came in hot. I didn't even know he was here. Monkey didn't answer my thing. Monkey apparently is marrying people on Friday night. So if anybody's available for his live stream and wants to get married, here's your chance.
Really? He's ordained?
The Reverend Monkey.
That's what I heard. Oh, wow. Okay. J-Man just shots fired to Smitty there. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm just going to leave it there. Wow, there's so much love in the room. You could feel it.
The camaraderie, the family. Oh, it's great.
Yeah. So thank you for all of you that have joined. We do appreciate it. So yeah, it's so Lake George there's a lake below Lake George, right? There's a bunch of lakes, right?
Yeah. So we have they say Lake George is the queen of the Adirondack lakes, but then we have the Finger Lakes, which are out west. Obviously, then you got the Great Lakes, but Lake George is just the water's just so clean, and it's just it's so clear. I mean, on a sunny day, if it's 10, 15 feet, you can see right through it. It's just super nice. It's just and it's just surrounded by Adirondack mountains. So people come up here for hiking, and there's so much to do. But it really sucks.
Yeah, I need to get back up there because I want to meet you guys. I know Motoblant's up that way because that was fantastic riding. But to your point, I want to get back to. I want to go to I want to go all the way up to the Adirondacks. The Catskills were nice. Woodstock was really cool, but I want to go all the way up.
Yeah, no, you get up, you ride up. I'd just say, hey, you know what? Ride up to Lake Placid, and you'd be like, Rick, you know what? Catskills got nothing on this.
Yeah, the Catskills was a lot of fun to ride, but that's what I heard. I wanted to go up. There was a mountain up there that you could ride up. It's supposed to be awesome.
Yeah, the funny thing though, you guys call mountains, we kind of think of as hills over here. It's like a mountain to you guys, what, 2,000 feet?
It's because you're a lumberjack.
The Adirondacks aren't a big mountain chain, but I guess they're one of the oldest. Is what they say. They're not big. I mean, I would say like 4,000 or 5,000 feet is probably the biggest mountain, but they're just, I guess they're very old. They were one of the first mountains carved by the glaciers when they melted. I don't know. I'm going back to earth science, and I didn't pay attention that well.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it sounds good. I'd believe it. Yeah, that sounds good.
But yes, the lake it's a very deep lake. And there's a lot of history up here with with like the French and Indian War, and I don't know if you ever seen The Last of the Mohegans, but yeah. So that was filmed up here in Lake George, and they used to. I don't know if it was the French or the English, but they used to have these boats, and what they do in the wintertime, they'd take them out, and then they'd load them with rocks, and they'd sink them, down to the bottom, and then in the spring they would go and they take the rocks and they bring them back up, and that's kind of how they stored them. And there's a couple of them there's a couple of them that never came back up and are still down there, and some guy did a documentary on them. So I don't know if that's interesting to anybody, but
what's going on there, Mr. Ty? Another guy with a stylish dog. Everybody's got dogs.
That's right. Maybe you should get on the bandwagon, Brad.
I'm allergic to dogs.
Well, they make pills for that.
Yeah, they make medicine.
I'm sure they do, but you know.
Just dogs, but not cats?
Yeah, you got to build a tolerance.
Besides, my wife's saving up to get a sloth. So, you know, we don't have the money for a dog. That was half a joke, but probably somewhat serious. That's what she wants.
I won't even comment.
Well, a sloth would be kind of fun. You just hang around. They don't do much.
Oh, Marine Rider was snowboarding in the Catskills.
Yeah.
So
talked to him this weekend.
Yeah. Have you ever been up to like Gore Mountain, Whiteface?
Exactly. I wasn't gonna say it.
I remember when YouTube was fun.
What's up? All right.
That's funny. So what's your jam? What kind of riding do you like to do with Sportster S? Because Ty's got one. I mean, you guys, that's got to be one of the hottest bikes on the internet right now.
Yeah, no, I love it, and I mean it's the twisties. I mean it's so fun. It's such, and the thing is the engine braking, and I didn't even know what it was at first. I watched one of my old videos I made, and I was like trying to explain what it was, and then I watched a video and learned it's engine braking. But you can really get on this bike, and you can go into a turn and just let off the throttle a little bit, and it will automatically engine brake. You're through that turn, and bam, you're right back on it. I mean, the hardest thing of riding it is flipping it. You know what I mean? Just flipping it quick enough to get through the turns.
Yeah.
So
it's got those big fat tires on it too, which
it's got big fat tires on it. But it's so nimble. I thought, oh man, this thing's gonna be like clunky and stuff, and it's not. It's very nimble, and it's.
I'm surprised because when I first saw it at the show, I was like, man, first off, it's way too small for me, but it doesn't look as nimble as they say it is. Those big fat wheels make it look really
The other thing,
chunky.
I know, I haven't looked at them a lot. What's the fuel capacity?
Well, that's the nice thing, and it actually has a fuel gauge where my 48 didn't. It was the 48 had a 2.1 gallon tank, and
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean it and that was the thing. Like, and I see so many people are upgrading the tanks. They're upgrading everything about it. I said, why don't I just buy a new bike because it has everything I want? But I believe this one is. I want to say it's a 3-point. Ty probably knows better than I do. He's more of he's got the numbers. So
chime in, Ty.
Yep, I think it's like a 3.5, but it's.
See,
what's that get you in a tank of gas?
I mean, that's what they called the old sporties. I mean, back in the 80s, you had the peanut tank. It's a 3.5 gallon.
But how far does that get you? Because it's a pretty efficient engine.
Yeah, I really don't know.
Okay.
I got really good with my 48. I knew I had about 80 miles. And then after 80, I better be looking for a gas station like pretty quick because I'd be pushing. But with the Sportster S, just knowing it has the and it has a range on it too. So that's the best thing about it is the crystal display and the information center on it is awesome. It tells you your range, it tells you your trip. It just really.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What's your range in a full tank?
I don't remember. It's been a while.
That's fine.
And I'll be honest with you, but I know I'm waiting for Ty to pop in and because Ty's still riding. He's still down in Tennessee.
I'll tell you what, that gauge is really nice to have. I don't know it's completely accurate.
Yeah.
Oh, so Fatboy Bob was saying that. He's saying 110 to 150 a tank. Okay. Because I can get like about 230 out of mine.
Oh wow!
No, you got the 6 gallon, Bri?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's but that's at highway speed. Like even if highway speed 2 up fully loaded, I'm talking like with the rick rack and everything, we were getting over 2.
Oh yeah, hey,
that's pretty good.
Way to plug that. Nice job.
What? I just mentioned rick rack. I mean, I wasn't going to ask you how your ass was feeling because then it becomes a drinking game at this point.
Yeah, so Windroad Therapy said that she's actually scuba dived in Lake George and has
she? Where was that? I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was in the comments. So that's awesome.
Wow.
I mean, so she knows what I'm talking about. The lake is just, there's some cliffs and stuff. It's just I don't know, like you swim in there.
That's awesome.
It feels like it's just so refreshing. And they have a weekend. It's called Log Bay Day, and they all go to a bay, and the bay is about waist deep. All the boats dock up together. Everybody's playing. It's a huge party, and you can just walk around the bay, and it's a big bay. You can just walk around, going from boat to boat. People are doing shots, and it's just a great time.
That's it, Denver. We're going next year, right?
Yep. You guys definitely got to come. You got to come to Americade.
Oh, we'll be there. Next year, that's plenty of planning. Next year's actually going to be a good year for traveling. I could have a new bike by next year. We'll see.
But I want to see Professional Monkey on a Sportster S. Because some people
I would pay money to see that.
Because I heard, a lot of people say if I ever got on it, it's like a monkey effing a football. But it would really be like.
And we could have a literal monkey on it. I like this idea.
Yes,
I like this idea.
We would have a monkey on a Sportster S. So, and he would be just huge on it, and but it would still go. It would still go.
Then what I want to see is Professional Monkey on a Honda Monkey. That would be the better money. And then see how far he could get before he falls off or can't ride anymore on it.
Depends how many shots he's doing beforehand.
That's a good point. Okay. All right.
I mean, I just booked my June motorcycle trip.
Oh, shouldn't you be getting your church ready for your Friday live stream there, sir? That's what I want to see. I think we get to Beard and we get Monkey on monkey bikes and we have a shootout. I think it would be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It could be a lot of fun.
GoPros on the helmets and everything.
Yeah. Speaking of GoPros, where sets are pendant? We're gonna have to have a long talk with him. These kids. It's not my kid in the background.
Yeah, I think that's my niece that we're babysitting.
Never again.
I need to round up the goats.
I'll be right back.
Yep, but so I was hoping Professional Monkey would come up for Americade, but he just can't because he's got so much going on down there.
The monkey does not travel to see you. You must travel to the monkey. It is part of the venture.
Well, I think he'd really like it.
It's a vision quest.
But he's so Marine Rider sounds like he's close enough. It sounds like Windroad Therapy said she's going to be there. So definitely stop by the Harley truck and see me. And if you want to ride something, I'll do whatever I can to make it happen.
Now, how big's that event? I mean, I know it's big, but I mean, are we talking Sturgis size?
Yeah, I think they say it's. I want to say they claim it's like the biggest biker event in the world, but I don't know. Everybody claims something.
Sure.
It's pretty big. I mean, I've been up there, and I mean, but I've never been to Sturgis. I've never been to Laconia, so I really just don't know. But I can tell you, it's a good time, and just being in Lake George, there's so much to do, and there's just some really great riding. Like, I mean, you're 30 minutes from Vermont, and you can go into Vermont. You can go up there. You could hit some of the breweries up there. Long Trail, Fiddlehead. If you're into breweries, you could do that. But
you can go to Vermont, get some maple syrup.
Yeah, well, New York has some good maple syrup too. Don't let it fool you. The Vermont, we got some good here.
We'll have to. I'll have to do that. If I don't do it this year, I'll definitely do it next year. That sounds like a good time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Like I said, we love New York State. New York State was fantastic. Great riding.
Yeah, it's really great up here. The thing is like up here, it's like it seems like it says there's a chance of showers every day. I mean, so it's like if you're watching the weather, you're never going to ride because it's always says there's a chance of wet, there's a chance of rain, chance of rain. So you just got to do it. You know, you just got to do it. And you know, I've gotten caught in the rain and it sucks, but whatever. It ain't like
how it is over here.
It ain't like Florida rain. I know that.
Yeah, I mean, at some point you just have to give up looking at the weather and just ride. There's just no way around it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you're going to psych yourself out. Especially, and I think a lot of new riders get intimidated by that. But it's just rain. Hey, Dave, how are you, sir?
Well, that's how it is up here in the Northwest. I mean, you'll get some rain showers and then you'll get some torrential downpours. But there's some areas it's like, you know, you just got to get through it. Sometimes you can see blue on the far side of it, and it's like, well, we're going for a ride.
Yep. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. I mean, it just is what it is. I don't. At this point, I don't care. If it's warm enough to ride, I'm riding. It's been a long, long winter.
Oh, you ain't kidding.
Nice.
Well, yeah, more for you than anybody. Uh-oh. Somebody's sliding.
Retiring is always a good thing.
Yeah,
I see
now, would be nice.
I see Roy's Moto Ventures on here. He's a fellow upstate New Yorker moto vlogger. And
now how far away are you guys from each other?
No, he's only like 30 minutes from me.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So we're definitely gonna hook up, and he rides with his brother a lot, and they're funny as hell, and they do some, like, they rode out to Buffalo to get wings and stuff. So I definitely want to hook up with those guys and maybe do some, like, you know, dual vlogs and stuff. But
nice.
He put some miles on his bike. I mean, I give him credit. I watched a lot of his stuff, and he's a little bit bigger than me, but he puts out some great content, and it's pretty funny. If you're there just for the riding, you know, I think it's, you know, he does some really nice stuff.
Absolutely.
So
what's your question? Post it.
Yeah. So, Moto, are you into any, like, sort of, you know, overnight traveling, whatnot on your bike, or, you know, trying to even, I know the sports dress multi-day might be kind of hard, but do you enjoy, you know, traveling on bike, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4 days?
You know, and that's the thing is I really have never done that. But as I'm watching these videos of people traveling, I'm like, man, that would be awesome. And that's kind of my thinking. It's like, yeah, I have a sports dress, but, you know, maybe I can make it work, but I know it'd be a lot better. You know, even if, let's say I rented like a road glide, you know, rented it for, you know, on what's the Harley one? Screaming, no, the Eagle something.
Eagle Rider.
Yeah. And then, you know, so if you did that and, you know, like my wife, I want to get her into riding, and I want her to get into, like, going on trips and stuff and seeing how awesome it is. But I would love to do that. I just haven't done it yet. But, you know, every time I get on the Northway, which is our highway, it runs north and south. I'm just like, man, what would happen if I just kept going south, you know?
Well, the problem is too, once you ride, have you ever ridden a road glide or a street glide or any of those?
No.
Don't do it. Don't. Honest to God, don't do it.
Right.
You won't even care anymore at that point.
Hey,
You'll
Brian,
just want
shut
a
up.
big bike. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's one of those things, man. We rode a road glide in 2018, and I still think about that bike to this day. I took it out, and I was like, oh, this is going to be too much bike. It was amazing. So riding Humboldt County has a question. So he was in an accident, and somebody used his video and reposted it. I would think, and somebody that's much bigger than me can chime in on this, if you have your videos copyrighted in the app, I think you can go after them, but I also don't know if it's considered fair use either. I don't know how that works 100%. Does anybody know?
Yeah, I don't know, but that's a damn good question.
Because I know that happens a lot with crash videos, is that you can, I know that there was a feature, and I never saw it on YouTube, that you can click that will let you know if somebody posts your video. Like Harley Fatboy Jr. reposted my Beyond the Rider series on his channel. I knew he did it, but it told me that they did it. So Monkey's saying you can force to take it down. They can force them to take it down.
Yeah.
Okay. I would just tell them that, and then tell them Monkey's going to show up at their house with a bat, and that'll get resolved.
Yeah. So Diner Riders here. Do you guys? So if you,
Oh, this is weird. So apparently, I spend more time in Ty's living room than she does. Okay, well, I'm a nice person. I don't really eat much. Well, it's not true.
I mean, does she have snacks? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, you got snacks. I'm there.
I mean, I could eat.
I didn't say I was hungry. I said I could eat.
Yeah,
That's funny.
Yeah. So
okay, so if you use it for educational purposes, you can use it under fair use. Yeah, I don't know how that works. Oh wait, hold on. What is this? This is. Oh man, no!
I like it.
Mr. Bodine's in the house. Howdy, sir. What
What's up,
I
Bodine?
said was, if you do not want to, it's not the best bike. And any of the touring bikes are a bad idea to ride if you're not financially ready for it. Because we rode the Road Glide in Atlantic City, and then we had my Intruder 1500. That was the worst ride in the world back home. I was like, man, we don't have
I disagree.
It's not. It's terrible.
Hey, sometimes, Bright, you got to make those sacrifices in life. Top ramen for 6 months while you fix some stuff is not totally a bad thing. Okay.
No, I'm just saying it's going to financially ruin you. I trust me. We walked in to look at a limited and walked out with one, so I get it. Yeah. And I agree with you. If there's a life choice to make, screw it all, buy motorcycle parts or whatever. Yeah. Jason just bought another Dixon. Sucker.
Hey, nothing wrong with a Dixon, buddy.
There's nothing wrong. I got two. I'm getting there slowly but surely.
You guys
Denver's going for the lumberjack Dixon tonight.
You guys reminded me of like the 90s, like back in the Pearl Jam days, when everybody's wearing flannels and stuff,
Oh, the Dixons are so addicted. Ty, how many Dixons do you have? I know Ty's got a huge collection of them.
Now you're talking a band from my home state. Like, they came out of the fucking Seattle area.
Yeah, Pearl Jam's epic, dude. That was one of my favorite bands.
Jeremy, good too.
Yeah, absolutely. So since I'm new to the riding scene, and I told you how I ended up at a 1%er club, and it was a great time. Nicest people I ever met.
Some can be.
Yeah, no, they really were. I mean, they were really cool. I mean, but I think it's like life. If don't act like a jerk and you won't get treated like a jerk, But,
well, and I think that there's some really good lessons to learn from that, right? It's kind of like I treat my kids, I tell my kids to treat people. You treat people with respect, that's how everyone should treat everyone. It's not about looking at, trying to be something. It's all about respect.
Oh, the old saying, man, respect is a two-way street.
Yep. But I'm saying if you approach people with respect, you generally get a lot more out of life. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And so what I was wondering is, and Monkey was talking about this a while back, was get back whips. So I rode with somebody who had a get back whip that he had a CVO, and just because I know you like the CVOs, Bri. But
I do.
Yeah, he had a get back whip. And like a couple guys did, and, it's like support. It was like something like support your local Hells Angels or something. But I didn't really get it. I just thought it was for looks. But is there a purpose to it, or is it just like a looks thing?
That is something I am not versed in.
It's both ways. You could get to the old clubs where there was a purpose, and there are other people that it is for looks. I mean, it's a shaky ground area in a way, I guess you could say, because some people would use it and some people think they look cool. I mean, there's a purpose to them, but I don't think a lot of people have the balls to use them as the old saying goes for them.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, good. I never really knew what it was, and figured I'd throw it out there and show my, newness to the motorcycle community.
The funny thing, you're talking CVOs. Last summer, I was up in the North Puget Sound area.
There you go. There's your answer. Monkey has spoken. It is written, so it shall be done.
Right.
I thought that's what a Glock was for.
Oh, so you would actually take the whip and smack it to a car.
That's the purpose of them. They get close on you. That's what some people use them for.
Oh, I hope they don't have a window down.
Well, if it's up, then you're breaking it. What's the funny thing? Like I was saying with CVO, I met this dude. He had to have been in his mid-70s. Had a beautiful CVO road glide. And I was, complimenting him. I said, dude, that's, beautiful CVO. And he looks at me, he's like, yeah, it's okay. I'm like, okay. And actually, the funny thing is my older son was with me. We're like, well, what do you mean? He's like, well, I had a street glide. And he starts telling us, he built the piss out of a street glide. He goes, I would get this high-speed wobble about 130. He goes, and I put dampeners on it, change the suspension. He goes, and I thought, well, shit, Harley makes a road glide. So he bought the CVO road glide. And he was bitching that he put the, basically a stage 2 exhaust intake tuner, and he was bitching that it was still just a slug and it couldn't even get out of its own way. He's like, I really don't like it. He goes, it's like a slug. It ain't quick enough. They ain't got enough power. I think I wasted my money on it. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
He wasted his money on what, a CVO?
Yeah, CVO road glide. He said it was too slow. It's like a slug. Couldn't get out of his own way, and he wasn't happy with it at all.
Really?
Yeah. But, the CVO is a 117 engine, right?
Oh, yeah. And I just looked at this old dude. I'm like, Jesus, I can't imagine riding with you.
I think that there's a thing, too, where it's a need. It's not a want. Everybody thinks that they need it,
Oh, yeah. The way he was talking,
more power.
Damn, man, this old man must haul some ass.
Yeah.
I actually hear that if you buy a CVO, you get like a lifetime supply of Dixon flannels. So
no, I think you get
out there.
I don't know. Monkey's probably got better CVO jokes. There's got to be a good CVO joke. Ty's got a CVO. Come on, Ty. So post your CVO jokes. I want to know what they are. Because I feel like it's kind of like, when you see somebody new Harley.
My 117 is plenty for me, yeah.
What's that?
What Ty was saying, his 117 is plenty for him.
Yeah.
Pretty fast. And the thing is, like, if the guy did a stage 2 and maybe he just didn't do it right and maybe he didn't have it tuned right, because a lot of it is the tuning. At the end of the day, when you put all this stuff on it, you have to kind of bring it all together, fuel air ratio. And
I think it's a lot of that, and I think it's a lot of just people wanting to just buy, for bragging rights. It's if men are involved, there's
lifetime bedazzled jeans and affliction shirts. Now that's funny shit.
Bedazzled Metallica coat.
So I got to get bedazzled jeans before do I get it before I get the CVO? I don't know. I still want that CVO. I don't care.
I like it. I just don't want to pay the price tag.
Yeah.
Well, you get it. You keep it for the first 45 days, and then they repossess it. You had your fun.
Film as much content as you can for a year.
Yeah. You take family leave for 45 days. You build a bunch of content, and then you don't even have to talk about it. You'd be like, oh yeah, I traded the old CVO and didn't like it. And then you're back on your Sportster or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Wait, Bodine's got bedazzled jeans? I'd pay again to see that. Interesting. We're learning a lot about each other today. Oh, they magically appear in your closet. Okay. That's what, so there's someone that I happen to be married to that claimed that she would never sell out after we bought a Harley. I don't think we went 24 hours before she had a Harley jacket, shirts, and I was like, come on, man. She went from never wanting to be that girl to now she's got all the Harley gear as possible.
That's cool.
So you mean you didn't buy the coat the day you got the bike, Brian?
No, honest to God, I didn't want to be that person. I didn't want to be the guy that had like the Harley shirt or this, that. We went to the dealership in Atlantic City the next day, and I turned around and she's got a Harley hoodie on or something. I was like, what just happened? There you go. You got 45 days to make sweet content. I like the way Monkey thinks.
Yeah,
that's right.
Do you see Moose's comment?
What was that?
They have a CVO room.
It's a dealership, exactly.
It's like a back door, back when you used to go for the adult videos, it's like you knew what was going on in there, but like you couldn't go in.
Yeah, it's weird. I went from it being a club I never wanted to be a member of to now I'm not sure I could leave it. So, yeah, I don't know. I think Monkey, there's the other idea is you go to the International Motorcycle Show and you just take out all the bikes. You spend like 3 days there. You film all content and then you got content for days for the winter. That's actually not a bad idea. We should do that, Denver.
There you go.
Just you film me. I test rode a CVO. I test rode this. I test rode that. And then if you do some little editing, it could all look like a different day.
Oh yeah. You take a backpack with different sweatshirts and shirts, so every time you got a different, different outfit on.
Yeah, I think that you could do it. Monkey has no idea what you're talking about.
Me neither. That makes two of us.
Oh, that's awesome.
Funny.
Which part though?
The bearded curtain.
Which part?
Oh, that's funny. I think that if you buy the CVO, they should hand deliver it to you. It should be the ultra experience.
No, because they're
it's all
still gonna
about
want
the
to ring the
delivery.
bell.
I'm not. No, we had to do that. I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan of ringing the bell. I just want to get out of there.
So I wanted to ask you guys: did you see that Indian came out with a new fixed fairing?
Indian
bike?
came out with the Pursuit. Denver's buying one soon. Sorry, I didn't mean to spring your news, Denver.
Jesus, hey, thanks for letting me know. I didn't know it was, but
yeah,
I don't know. It's not bad looking. I'll give it that. I want to see it in person though.
I thought it was interesting that they put electronic suspension on it. They're drifting into BMW category. I think that they're putting out I think the fact that they're putting something like that out Harley's gonna have to step up to something. I mean, we always say that, but
you could already go with the Challenger. Already had keyless entry and whatnot for their saddlebags. So, with some of the technology they put in just to what you get when you buy it, going that next step to the electronic suspension, it kind of isn't a super big surprise. I mean, they put a lot of accessories right out the door that comes even with the base models. So, they're stepping up their game. They want to get more people into the showroom and more people leaving with their bikes.
I'd really like
piece of the pie.
I want to test ride one. I'm still not convinced the quality's there. It didn't feel to me the same when we went into the dealership to look. I thought the Challenger felt it felt very Victory-ish. It didn't feel. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, and I mean, I rode a 2020. It's that was the Model 1 that I rode when they first came out. They hadn't been out very long when I took the 2020 for a ride.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not completely sold, but I'm completely loving the idea. Great. Now we have a kid trying to explain it the same. Wow.
So Cherokee, what do you think about the new Indian motorcycles? What do you got to say?
I gotta say, it's pretty good.
Okay, there you have it.
There you have it. So do you ride with your dad, Cherokee?
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
But today he got a new one.
Yeah, what do you got?
So he has black. All black.
Okay.
So you're saying your dad got a new bike today?
Yes. It was, I think, 3 years ago. I don't know.
Wait, today, 3 years ago? I'm lost. I'm not following this at all.
Hang on.
Maybe she wasn't supposed to tell.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened there, but anyway.
So what's going on?
So Cherokee said you bought a new bike? I don't know. It's
Yeah, it's because she liked my 48, my Sportster 48, and I bought the new Sportster S. So.
Oh well, she was saying it was 3 days ago. So is there something you're not telling us? Or you?
I wish.
Got some secret?
She said something about Dad got rid of that chick's bike and bought a real one. You were gone. She said some things. We can go back and review the tape.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah, the Sportster S. Yeah. Let me tell you, my 48, man. After the stage 1, that bike would go.
Oh, they're rippers. Yeah, because they're so light.
It would rip. I mean, it really would. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, so everyone, feel free to leave. Go check out El Buffalo's premiere, and if we're still going, come back. El Buffalo is way more important than I am.
Am I the only one drinking alcohol?
Nope. No,
No,
I've already
Denver's
gone through 3
drinking.
beers. I'm on to the whiskey now.
Yeah, so El Buffalo's premiere starts at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard, so y'all got to jump over and check that out.
Yeah, go check out his premiere.
El Buffalo is, we got to take care of El Buffalo. Troop said that your daughter said that Indians are great bikes.
Yeah,
I say it's okay. You can leave. This is El Buffalo. El Buffalo's a big deal. I got to keep El Buffalo happy, or he's going to shank me with that resting bitch face of his. I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, I actually was watching a video from Salty and Sprinkles today.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking about the new Indian, and he was saying, he was just talking about it. He's talking about Harley, and he had some really good points that that Indian just doesn't have the type of dealerships Harley has. They don't have the customer service. And he was kind of talking about the engine they put in it and the touring. He was just saying, it kind of falls a little short from what you can get in a Harley. And, and that's just kind of some of the things that he was saying. He was saying Indian's still a great bike. If you get a chance to ride one. But it was a pretty good video. So if you guys want to check it out,
Salty and Sprinkles are awesome. I mean, and the problem is it's like anything. It's all about the dealer network, right? I mean,
yeah, it's just Salty is so salty.
He's salty. We barely have any Indian dealerships. We barely have any Honda dealerships. So you have to make a decision. I mean, if you're going to tour, the favors are definitely in the Harley market for sure. Oh, Buffalo shanks me. Oh, that would be, hey, views are views. I ain't afraid.
Oh yeah,
I'll take it. Droop says, if I'm breathing, I'm drinking. I like that guy already.
He's a good man.
We got to hang out, man.
But no, I mean, I think it's like anything that the Indian dealership by us, very nice people. I mean, it's a husband and wife that own it, pretty much run the whole dealership. Great people, but it's a really small dealership. So, you have to wonder, is that dealership going to last? And if you bought an Indian based on a local dealer, that could be tough.
Yeah. Roy was saying that our Indian dealership didn't even have any bikes last year. Not one.
Yeah.
You want to buy an Indian. What do you got? Nothing.
Speaking of which, and Monkey left, he'll be back. But I don't know if anybody in the side chat's seen this, but the price on bikes has dropped dramatically in the last few weeks. I don't know what's going on, but I was looking at Appalachia Harley-Davidson, and there's a lot of drop as far as the price of bikes. So I'm wondering if the market's starting to stabilize. Well, the used bike market, because the used bike market was out of control. I mean, they were asking for more for a used bike than a new one. Absolutely.
It's been that way for a little while, though, with used bikes. I mean, they were paying a fortune.
Yeah.
And you couldn't hardly find one at a dealership. I mean, they'd come in, they were gone.
Yeah.
Quickly. I mean, they wanted your used bikes because for a while it's like they weren't selling the new ones, but they couldn't get enough inventory of used ones.
And it's weird because all their bikes were getting discounted. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drew, I agree with you, but locally I've seen a bunch of dealerships where the prices have dropped dramatically. And I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's because we're coming into spring and they're just trying to start selling bikes because they're realizing maybe people aren't buying the used bike because, quite frankly, it's ridiculous for what they were asking.
And it could be drop price, make room on the showroom because, we got new ones coming and, such time frame. So let's try to clear room.
I was in the car business for a long time.
I'll be right back. I'm going to step off for a second.
And all right. It came down to floor plan. So a lot of the inventory these dealerships own, they don't own them. They don't pay all that money. They basically put it on their floor plan and then they're charged interest per month. So the first 30 days, it might be, 1%. Then after 60 days, it's 3%, and then so on and so on. And then after 90 days, it goes up to like 10%. So a lot of it, I think, might have to do with floor plan. And I think and there's a lot more to it than I even know. But and like I think a lot of it goes by model year. So if they have anything left over or anything that's been sitting around, it's like they rather just drop the price and move it, get it off the floor plan. So then when the new bikes come out for spring, they can bring the new crop in, put them on the floor plan because they'll sell.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. But that was a car dealership. You know, it wasn't a motorcycle dealership, but I'm sure it's some, you know, kind of the same.
Oh, it probably is. I wouldn't doubt it whatsoever. So coming up in spring, I mean, hopefully, you know, we're going to start getting into better weather. You got any, you know, bike plans or whatnot, trips that you, whether 1-2 days or whatnot, that you know, hope to get accomplished in the next 5-6 months?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I'm thinking about, I really, you know, and this is crazy. I mean, it'd probably be crazy for my first long trip. I really want to ride to Florida, you know, and everybody's like, you know, on a Sportster, you got to be crazy, but you know, it's plenty comfortable. I mean, I think you set it up and you know, I'd love to go to Daytona, you know, but that's not going to happen. But we'll see how things happen. But you know, one of the reasons I started my channel was to kind of meet people around here who ride. So like with Roy's like, yeah, I'm up for riding. So, you know, kind of getting hooked up with those guys. Upstate Rider, Bob there, he reached out to me. He just started his channel and he likes to ride. And, you know, and that was kind of it, you know, kind of creating the community of people that you ride with. And it's a lot of fun, but I really like doing charity events. I did the autism ride up here, and it's for the Upstate Autism Alliance. And so my son Brandon, he's 15, and he has autism, and you know, and they do a lot of stuff for the kids. They do like local workouts. That we just were at a hockey game last night that the group went, and you know, so I love doing stuff like that where you know that you're helping out a good cause. Where there's a veterans group in Schaghticoke, New York that they do a suicide ride for some of the people with PTSD that, you know, whatever, and fallen brothers, and then it's fun. You go there, you pay 20, 30, 40 bucks or whatever. You get hot dogs or whatever. You hang out, you drink, and you go on a ride, and you meet a lot of good people there. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I really haven't been doing any traveling per se, but I really enjoy you know, I really enjoy you know, the charity stuff, because it's like, you know, you're going to spend the money anyway. It's like, at least you can give back. You could give back to somebody, you know, who maybe needs it, you know?
That's awesome.
Yeah, actually very true.
Our oldest has autism, so good for you for supporting that cause. That's great.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you know, my son's high functioning, you know, he's like super smart. Like when it comes to numbers, the kid's like a whiz. But it took me a long time to say that, you know, and you know, that my son has autism or my son's autistic. Like I never wanted to say that, you know what I mean? Because like he was always just my son. He was always just Brandon. He was always just normal to me, you know. So it's but you know, being around the group and seeing, you know, the spectrum, you know, from really you know, need a lot of support to not needing a lot of support. It's definitely helped me out. And you know, so they a local group here, they're called Crazy Train Riders. They're out of Corinth, and they're a riding club. Wait, is that it? Yeah, a riding club versus an MC,
Right.
and they're super cool. I went there, and I had my the lady Kristen, who runs the autism group, is like, hey, can you take pictures and stuff? You know, there's a bunch of different you know, clubs showed up, and you know, so I went up to the sergeant of arms, because I wouldn't have known what it was if Pro Monkey didn't do like his whole thing. And I said, hey man, is it okay if I take some pictures and stuff of the food and you know what's going on? They were like, yeah, you're totally cool, you know, you're okay. But yeah, so that's kind of what I've been doing, man.
I think doing those
awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome that you're doing that, because autism, especially in high functioning kids, is really difficult. Our child has high functioning autism, and it's it's very hard to raise money for that because it's very hard to explain. People think that autism it's a spectrum, and people don't understand that.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like, a lot of times he looks normal, right? And but he doesn't act normal, and people are like, well, why is he acting like that? But we're lucky that we have the great support and groups like that can help them find their way, help them find because you think about it, right? Like you're like, well, what's going to happen when I'm gone? Where's he going to get a job? What's he going to do? How's he get? Is he going to be able to support himself? I don't want to be in like a home where like he can't do anything or go anywhere. So.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely a challenge you face as a parent. It's very it's a lot. It certainly is a lot. I mean, and everyone has a different take on it and a different experience. But for us, it's been eye opening to say the least.
I can only imagine.
Yeah. And I mean ours. I don't know. And you don't need to respond to this. I'm just going to share with you my story. Our oldest wasn't diagnosed till he was 17 because there was a lot of problems getting him diagnosed. So when he was diagnosed, we kind of had that like, holy shit moment, you know what I mean? Because it seems like it's the end of the world. And 7-8 years later, it hasn't been the end of the world. He drives, he has a job, it's just interesting. It's an interesting journey. It's certainly one full of challenges.
No, I mean that's awesome, and I mean that's it, and that's what they told us. They said, "Oh, he'll have a job and he'll have a family and he'll drive." But my wife doesn't think that he'll drive, and I try to keep pushing him to try new things because he's very just set in his ways, like schedule wise, like he only wants to do.
Isn't that weird?
Doesn't really want to try anything new,
Yep.
And then he'll try something new and he'll like it, but then he won't want to do it again. So
speaking of, and boy, this could not have been any better timing. D-Cycle of the 530 Bikers just popped in.
Oh, nice.
They are actually raising money for autism with their motorcycle build.
Yes.
So I don't know how much of you caught of that, but Moto Noggin's son has autism as well. So we were just talking about that for a little bit, but they're doing great work. Jared Weems is the builder for the bike. Jared's son has autism, so I think it's pretty great that the community's rallying together for that cause.
That's
so if you
awesome.
can support them, and I don't care if you got $2 or $1,000, if you could, I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, Weems Motor Co. I watch his stuff, man. He's just amazing with those Triumphs,
and he's just super chill. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah, and like how he made those like covers where like you're gonna be able to see like the valves go up and down and stuff, and just the stuff he does. And then he's working with so the 5 Dirty Bikers, right? They're working with Blockhead as well, right? I think Blockhead's a part of it. Is that the one?
Yes, Blockhead's doing the motor work. Yeah. D, can you drop in the side comments, or you can jump on if you want and fill us in with what you guys are doing?
Looks like he's going. He said he just booked vacation.
He's tired of winter. Yeah, he's out in St.
Louis. I hear you, man. I hear you, bro. I hear you. But I did see that, and I didn't realize that Jared's son had autism, and
he does. And it's really interesting that there is a bunch of people in the motorcycle community that have children with autism, and I thought it was a really good way to sort of reach out, and it's a great cause. I mean, there's a lot of people in the motorcycle community.
Well, and it's one of those things you don't know until you. I mean, I don't know if it's right where you want to expose more of your personal life or a little bit more about you, where people don't know that you are in that same scenario.
Yeah.
I mean, autism is a huge thing, but when you get, sometimes you like get balled up. It's like you don't want to open up to people, but you don't know that you're a part of a very larger group, much like say the motorcycle community, where it's a bigger deal than what you understand. There are more people that are affected by it than you realize.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if Smitty's still here, but Smitty has a child with autism. That's how actually Smitty and I started talking. I did a video about, he did a video about autism, which then inspired me to do a video about autism. And to your point, Denver, it's a very fragile place to be. But I think it's amazing when, you know, what you can do with this community. If you can reach 1-2 people, I mean, that's amazing to me. And I think that's true. What we should do.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, it's like at the end of the day, like it's like autism is like acceptance, right? And like, you know, when you send your kid to school, you know they're going to be different, and you just hope that people like accept them. And you know how the world can be sometimes. And the great thing is the school that my son goes to, you know, they all know Brandon, and you know he's been there since kindergarten, and they're just, it's a great community. I mean, you know, when these kids do something, you know, they're cheering the loudest for the kids with disabilities, and it just melts my heart. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So, but
I'll be right back, guys.
You know, and I think it's important that, you know, that we have this community. And I really think it's great when the community rallies around something. Here you go. So when the community can rally around something that has a cause, because, you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you have a huge channel, a small channel, you have the ability to reach people that not everybody's reaching, right? The 5 Dirty Bikers have a huge reach. Right. But some of those people may not be people that follow my channel, or people that follow my channel may not follow theirs. So the more you can spread the word, the more I think it's important. And that's, you know, it's great. I really think it's a great cause. And that's the one thing I've always been drawn with the motorcycle community is they'll go out of their way for people, you know, and it's a really, it's really nice to be part of that.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, and I'm seeing it, and I'm finding it, and you know, I watched one of your not one of your videos, but your live streams, and you said, hey, you know, go watch Smitty's video about autism, and I did, and you know, I was like, oh my god, you know, it was like, you know, I was like, holy shit, you know, and then I see the 5 Dirty Bikers, and he was saying that now they're doing a chopper build, and it's voted by Discord members, like on how they're going to build it, and but they're donating the money to the TACA, which I think is so that's like the national autism group, which, you know, they'll do a lot of good for those people, and I'm sure that bike's going to sell for a lot with Jared and Blockhead and the 5 Dirty Bikers being involved in it. That thing's going to be awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's what it should be. I mean, if you have the opportunity to give back, no matter how, you know, big or small, I think it's really important.
Yeah.
You know,
so
it's.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm glad I talked about it. I'm glad I brought it up. And I didn't realize that you had an autistic son, and I didn't realize that.
Well, at some point, you know, it's hard, right? Because you need to break the stigma of it, and you have to not be afraid to have that conversation. And one of the things I've tried to focus on with my channel is mental health and things like that. And I think if you have that platform and the ability, it's worth doing.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
If you can find a cause, and I don't care what that cause is, that you could, you know, you don't have to beat it to death. You don't have to beat it from the pulpit. But if you can use your YouTube channel for any sort of influence, I think it's fantastic. So it's going to be up in the Panhandle. That's awesome. Uh-oh. Oh, man, this is getting out of control. Hold on one second. Ray, what's going on, sir?
What's up, man?
Yeah, we got real bikers in the house now. Everybody behave.
Hang on. Let me try and make sure my earbuds are connected. I thought they were. I got you now. I think I got you.
Can you hear us?
We can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you through my phone. For some reason, my earbuds aren't working.
So Ray hosts the Harley Showcase that is now coming to YouTube. Ba-ba-ba.
I know. I'm trying to do it in I think the first one is supposed to be, at least my plan will be April. I think that'll be the first launch. I have all of have all of March booked, so I'm going to try and just keep all those bookings and those.
That's awesome, and then just transfer them over.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Oh man, well, welcome, Ray.
Very nice.
Glad you could jump in. That's awesome.
It's Ray, my brother from another mother.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me.
I mean, it's so.
Come
I
on.
think it's great. The more people that jump into the community, the better. So tell everybody about yourself.
So my name's Ray. I'm from Southern California. I have been riding motorcycles, dirt bikes, and all that stuff for, I forget how old I am because I always lie about it now. So I've been riding for probably I've been riding for maybe like 30 years. I'm 40, about to be 40. Been doing Harleys for almost a little bit over 15 years now. My old man, probably like most of us, kind of got me into the bikes and stuff. And working on them is just as much of a passion and de-stress as riding them for me. Some people just enjoy riding them. I enjoy wrenching them, taking them apart, and all that stuff. So that's a little bit about me. I have a family. I got a 17-month-old, a 2-month-old, a 15-year-old. So I took a little hiatus.
I was going to say that sounds like a hiatus. Yeah.
Yeah, I took a little break. So I have a growing family still. And I ride as often as I can. Got a couple of bikes. I have a Fat Boy. I have a Road Glide. I have a Dine Out in the back. And then I have a project that I'm putting together as like a tribute bike for my old man who passed away in 2019.
Oh, wow.
I'm putting together, like, he always wanted a Road Glide, so he never got that Road Glide that he wanted. So I'm collecting parts and doing all that stuff, and I'm gonna build him a little tribute style bike. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, man, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. So Moto Noggin's from upstate New York, and he's relatively new to YouTube. I've been on some of his live streams. He's been on one of ours before. Cool. And that's great, man. It's just nice to see so many new faces in the community. Well, not that you're new, Ray, but I mean, coming to the YouTube side of it.
Man, I'm new, man. I've only been doing this. So I've been doing the showcase stuff for this January marked a year. So okay. I'm new to the thing, I mean, in comparison to what other people have done and how long and how far other people have gone, I'm new to it. And I'm new to a lot of stuff. Brian, I'm over there messaging you and talking to Denver about equipment and things like that. So
Denver outsources me. He just whores me out. He's just like, I don't know, call Brian. I don't deal with that. I'm a big time YouTuber.
Hey, at least you got the screen set up right, Brian. You got you and Moto Noggin on one side, aka
the real men are on the other side. I understand.
West Coast, we're on the other side. At least you got shit separated. Me and Ray are leading.
Ray, we'd appreciate it if you make a couple of lumberjack jokes at Denver's expense before the night's out.
Hey, Denver. Now that Brian mentions it, you are looking a little lumberjackish there. Now that he's talking about it, and you're saying you're over there hauling at the mills and stuff. You're fitting the look, man.
Okay, since you threw that last part in, I won't throw you to the other side, to the wolves right now. Okay, I'll hold back. No, I gotta say, man, it was a good time how you and I met months and months ago, and it built a great friendship. We talk at least, once every couple of weeks. And, it's awesome to see you, expanding to this side, much like, we got to say, Bri helped me get to this side. And, Bri is a great friend. Brian's done so much to help me. And, we talked for a while the other day. It's like, dude, you need to get in touch with Bri because, I mean, this is his game.
If Denver calls or texts me anymore, my wife's getting a lawyer. She's like, who's that girl on the phone? I'm like, it's Denver. Listen.
What are you wearing? I'm like, jeans.
What are you wearing? My lumberjack outfit.
I was gonna say, it's kind of like those commercials. Who you're talking to? Yeah.
He sounds hideous.
Well, yeah, man. I got a hard hat on, a sweatshirt, a safety vest, and jeans.
Oh man.
So, Moto Noggin, what's up, man? Where you're from? Upstate New York? Is that where you're from?
Yeah. So I'm up by like Lake George area.
Okay.
Yeah. Where are you from?
Southern California. I'm in the city of Ventura.
Dude, I love Southern California, man.
So
I love
No, you
California.
don't lie, Moto Noggin.
Oh, I do. I've been to Palm Springs. I've been to LA. I've been to San Diego. You know, it's beautiful. Like I've been to Joshua Tree, and
Okay.
Oh,
I mean
nice.
to ride through there. I mean, I didn't ride through there, but I mean, I would love to ride through Joshua Tree. You know,
Very nice areas.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm in upstate New York, and you know, I have Cherokee here, who's you know,
Flying an Audi.
Being a kid, being a kid, that's what she's being.
yep,
Yeah.
yep. And
yeah.
she's gonna be a biker girl because she loves motorcycles. So
There you go.
yeah.
Is that your only kid, or you got more?
No, I got more. I got Connor and Brandon and Dustin. So I got a total of I got quite a few. I started young like you, so believe it or not. So I'm 44 and I have a 28-year-old. So
Wow,
You got me
you
beat.
started very young.
yeah,
I'll be 44 in 2.5 weeks. I got a soon to be 24-year-old.
yeah. So I started really young, and you know, my 28-year-old's a great kid. He went in the Navy for a while. He's going to be graduating from Syracuse University. So you know, he's doing great. But
That's awesome.
yeah, no, I got a good family, and you know, my younger son, he has a Honda CR. No, not it's what do they call them now? It's not
CRF.
CR. I had a CR80, but
Oh,
he
me
has,
too, back in the day.
yeah, dude, those two strokes, man. They were
That's
fun.
a huge scar on my head.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. But you know, Ray, if you like you're saying, you like wrenching on them, you know, and if you can do videos where you're wrenching on the bikes and kind of portray that to people, man, people will love your stuff, because so many times when I want to do something on my bike, I'll just watch a video on it of somebody, you know, how do you install an air cleaner? How do you install exhaust? And, you know, it sounds like you're really good with that stuff. And,
Yeah, that's why I'm excited, and that's why I started. You know, I'm glad Denver kind of brought up the subject again, and I was seeing other people do stuff on YouTube, and I just started thinking that's the direction for me to go in order for me to really do what I kind of have in mind. The Instagram thing is fun, and I just do it live like we're doing right now, but that's it. You know, I can't really create the content that you're talking about, and that's what I want to do in addition. I want to continue doing my live interviews and my podcast in this platform, just like you guys are doing right now. But on that page, I want to bring exactly that, the mechanical side of it, and really just simple stuff too. It doesn't always have to be technical, because on Thursdays on the showcase, I sometimes geek out, and I geek out myself a little bit on the techs and all the stuff on the engines. I mean, if you've ever watched the stuff I do, I got a whole cam chest open, or I've got a bottom end split apart and primary open. So, you know, I there's a lot of people that don't see that stuff. So I am excited to do that stuff, but I'm still just jumping into it because I got to learn the editing, and, you know, there's a learning curve, you know?
yeah,
Well, it's like, you know, I mean, I remember we talked, you know, you and I, Ray, I don't know, month, 6 weeks ago, and like you say, Thursdays, you got Thursday going on, which is an awesome deal. I, you know, was able to be on it once, and I remember you called me. It's like, dude, I don't know what to do. I'm like, Ray, you got a whole motor issue. You're tearing shit apart. You got content. I'm like, you're right there. You're like, oh shit, I never thought about that. Oh yeah, I'm set now. I'm like, dude, buddy, there you go.
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
Going on.
And that's what you got to do sometimes. I figured out in this creative realm thing that we're all doing, you know, hosting or whatever, you got to bounce stuff off of other people. You got to talk to other people, because you sometimes get stuck in your own head, and you can't get out of the ways, you know, just the straight line that you're thinking in. You got to talk to other personalities and other people. So thank you for that, Denver. I appreciate it.
I mean, and that's really what this is all about, right? It's about, like Denver said, there's a lot of people that can make content. They just don't realize they can do it. You know what I mean? You get a camera, and you can go at it, and, you know, you can make content, and it doesn't need to be pro level at first. You know, you can build yourself into it.
Definitely.
Everybody's so afraid to jump in. There you go.
Well, you know what I think it is, because it took me a while, and it still does. Like, I'll be honest, anytime I go on Sundays, I wouldn't call it butterflies, like I'm scared or nervous, but I'm like excited about it. So I still kind of get that feeling of like, oh crap, the red light's about to start blinking and stuff. And when you first do it, yeah, there's a little bit, it's repetition, it's getting comfortable and being in front of it. But when you first do it, there is a little bit of like deer and headlights thing, you're live, you're interacting with people, and you kind of, I wouldn't say perform, but you got to be somewhat entertaining,
Oh, absolutely. And I think if you're genuine too, that people want to watch that.
That is actually a very good point, because I hear that, and in the most humble way I can say it, I hear that often with the showcase stuff, with direct messages or comments, is just people recognizing that I'm in my garage. This is literally my workspace behind me. I keep this personality that you see here is no different when you meet me at the event or the rally. I'm still going to be the crap talking guy. I'm still going to have fun with you. I'm still going to joke around. I'm still going to talk the same way. There's no different personality off of it. So I do get that. I do appreciate hearing that stuff, because it does mean a lot to know that people recognize they're not trying to be somebody. I'm not trying, that I'm not.
I mean, it's like anything in life. I think if you're fake, people see through it. And I think YouTube's even worse, because you can just change the channel. It's not like it's your coworker. You just be like, oh well, I'm done with that person.
Absolutely, that's very true. At races, I mean, if you look over, I would say the past 7, 8, 9 months with the friendship I built with Ray, and it's exactly true. I mean, the hours, if you total up over the months, the hours probably we spent on the phone. What you see here, I mean, that's Ray. I mean, he doesn't change. He doesn't put on a persona. He doesn't change stuff. What you see is what you get, and he's a genuine soul. And dude, I mean, Ray and I built a great friendship, and dude, he's an awesome dude.
I'm going to be riding up there soon, man. I want to go visit those guys. I want to visit Brad and Jay, some of those guys up there in that area. Yourself as well. One of those, was it 503 bike night?
Oh, yeah, the 503. Just, hey, don't do it between June 23rd and June 27th. I'll be in South Dakota for the Hoka event this year. So, hey, any dates outside of that, we're golden, buddy.
I'll work it out. It's a goal of mine to get up there for one of those this year.
Yeah, June 23rd, I'm going to be riding to Rapid City, South Dakota for the Hoka start. I'm going to get over there like 2 days prior, hang out with a bunch of guys. I've been fortunate to have a lot of what they call the Asphalt 5, which were the top 5 finishers from the 2020 Hoka on the podcast. And I'm going to go over there and meet all them, meet up with Craig Johnson from Wild Ass Seats, who,
wait a second.
But, hey,
we're
Ray,
an hour and 22 minutes into this, and you just got there?
Hey, Bryce, shut up. But no, Craig Johnson will also be riding in the 2022 Hoka. So I'm going to go meet him and, go meet a lot of these guys that I've got to meet via my podcast and built a friendship, but yet never been able to meet face to face. And that's going to be a real cool experience. I'm excited to go do that this summer.
Good time.
Great. I mean, I think it's great that you're not alone in this community. There's so many people that are in this community that you can meet up and hang out with. Except El Buffalo, because he's going to shank me or I'm shanking him.
Tell you
I'm not sure what's going on.
That myself and Ray and Brad get together from 503 and Crash Inc. Oh, dude, that's going to be legendary.
It should be fun. It should be a good time. I've been talking to Brad a lot lately. He's been very supportive.
He's a great dude.
He is. He's been very supportive, and he's been like, hey, I'm ready for the YouTube stuff. I'm looking forward to it. Anything you need, let me know. So man, it's a lot of prep work. I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot of stuff for me to kind of get in line. The page itself, and then I want to have a website and then a Facebook page so I can stream to all these places. There's a lot for me, there's been a lot of little prep work to do.
Oh yeah, but I'll say, when you come up to Crash Inc., if we got to share the 40-foot toy hauler, I'll give you the couch. I'm taking the bed, buddy.
Wow, you were such a generous host up to that point.
Hey, as long as you break out that barbecue and you show me those barbecue skills you got, I'm good.
Oh, dude, hey, I will gladly be the barbecue connoisseur for the night.
I think everyone should do it the way Denver did it. He calls you and goes, hey, I'm thinking about doing a live stream. How do I do it? And 3 hours later, he's doing it. He's going to go right off the deep end. right off.
Hey,
You know, I got
that, Bri. Hey,
Denver. I'm
going
to say, Bri did mention that earlier a little bit. He goes, yeah, you know, Denver was this, and then an hour or two later, he was on it.
Hey, and we have the legendary video clip of Bri pulling the Daytona 500 winner of NASCAR.
Oh yeah, I did pull the NASCAR event.
Dude, I will never forget that event.
I think that may have been one of the best live streams ever because nobody. It was just fun. We were just having so much fun, and it was so.
I think 10 people watched.
Yeah, but it was so much fun because he literally went from "I'm really nervous about this" to "Oh no, dude, we're going on. Hit the live button, and what's the worst that could happen? You're with your buddies. Like, who cares?
What's going to happen? Nobody watches? I don't care.
Because that's what you did, Moto Noggin, right? You just kind of jumped into doing the live streams, right?
Yeah. Me and Upstate Rider, because Upstate was he kind of emailed me and he found me local and he said, hey, I'm thinking about doing it. And we met up and I kind of said, hey man, just do it. Just do it. He was trying to be perfect. He had a script and everything. And I'm like, dude, just be yourself. Just tell your story. Just tell your story. And he told this story. And I mean, it's a great story. The guy was an alcoholic. He almost died. He got sober. He bought a bike and now he rides. And, you know, it's this awesome thing. And so he was like really talking about live streams. So I was like, all right. So we started doing Thirsty Thursday. And Bri hopped on. And then one time we had Monkey on with us and we were just like blown away. I mean, we're channels with like, he's got like 15 subscribers. I got like 100. You know, and Pro Monkey's on our live stream. And yeah, you go to, you know, we use StreamYard and it's super easy and don't get hung up on the editing. I mean, if I can edit, you can edit, you know, I mean, I use Adobe Premiere Pro and basically I just keep it simple, man. I just cut what I want out and I just kind of put it all together. I mean, I don't even do too much of the you know, the graphics or the words on the screen. I just basically try to portray my story to the whoever's watching it. So I'm sure you'll do great with it, man. And yeah, there's so many, and it sounds like you do some really cool stuff, especially like following the journey of what you know, the tribute to your dad's bike. That's gonna be awesome, man. That's gonna be cool. Like, and if people could see that, like how you're doing it and why you're doing it, and like, you know, I think people will really enjoy watching that.
What year Road Glide do you have?
So I have what I would call. Have you ever heard that Johnny Cash song?
I knew. Yep, one piece at a time.
One piece at a time. Yes, that's exactly the song. I like to kind of describe that's kind of like the theme of my bike, and I say that because it started as a 2008 Road Glide. And I wanted the new Road Glide, but I didn't want to pay new Road Glide money. So I went and got the new Road Glide fairing. So good. I went and got the new Road Glide fairing, and I modified it to fit on my 2008. So it's a skinny tire in the back, but it does have the Rushmore new front end on the front of it.
Okay.
And that same thing with the bags. I upgraded from the old style bags to the 14 and up, you know, one touch bags.
Oh yeah, because the old bags opened the other way, right? They opened outside
they have
in.
This little weird, like click it up and then scoop it down, and then Denver, you know, you have those bikes on your back. Do you still have those bikes on your Road Glide?
I still have the bikes on my Road Glide. Yeah. No. Yeah,
we knew what he meant.
Yeah, you clip them up, then pull them down, then latch them. Oh yeah, I still got those.
Yeah. So it's a little bit of a posh. I've done mid controls on it. It's just I fabricated my own mid controls for the thing. So it's got a little bit of all kinds of stuff on the thing, you know.
You could say, I mean, your bike, from what I follow you, you're at that borderline performance fucking bagger series. I mean, you've really customized yours because where you live, you got some awesome great roads of twisties, and you've kind of built your bike to handle the fun and your riding style, which is lay it down and have some fun and rally the corners.
Yeah, that's what I built that bike for. It's got a 107 engine in it, hot rodded out. It's got all the bells and the whistles. So I made that bike to to canyon run and go fast. It's my hot rod and stuff for sure. But I don't like the performance bagger label anymore because like everybody is like, it's a whole thing now. So I just say it's a bagger.
It's a canyon curving.
It's a canyon ripper. That's what it's always been.
But no, we definitely got to hook up here, after this, and figure out time. But we definitely got to hook up this summer.
Yeah, we will for sure.
Well, somebody made the comment that performance bagger is going to be the new 21-inch huge front wheel bagger. It's going to be you're just going to run the hell out of it, and then it's going to be the newest fad.
Hey, Bryce, shut up.
Hey, I gotta go with Bry on that one. If it started off, I've had my bagger since about 2015, and the group that I rode with then was a very aggressive riding group, and so T-bars and suspension and that stuff, yeah, and that stuff was like important for me to put on there because of the way that we were riding, and so now I just went like whole neck level on the thing, and it's kind of who you ride with and stuff, It's the type of group you ride with.
I think it's got and I mean, you can go the performance bagger, build it to the nuts or whatever you want, and I think the other side of that is going to be, take it to you the handling you want, but then, as my stuff comes back, you build it to longevity. I mean, we can all go overboard, but for myself, it's like, I'm happy mid-range. Put the money into it, but I want the bike to last down the road.
Well, that's why you're buying a Road Glide ST, so you can save this bike.
Oh, fucking yeah. Dude, I want one. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, you got the Dixon. What are you waiting for? You just need to get a flat brim hat. There you go.
Yeah.
So, I didn't wear the flat brim Dixon hat.
Hey, Brian, I saw your Dixon review or unboxing, or I see you got a Dixon now too.
I got two, but don't judge me, dude. I got the first one. I was all excited. I took it out, and I really do love it. And I think by that night, Katie, my wife's like, "Oh, they got a purple one. You got to order that too." And I'm like, "We're gonna go broke." Like,
I'm a Pendleton guy myself. I don't have any Dixons. I'm a Pendleton individual.
Yeah, I like I said,
I got two of those too.
I fell hard. So Ty's got a question. So Moto Noggin, are you waiting for sports dress parts?
I'm not, because I looked at them and they're all like, they're like, you can get this in like 2 months, and they're so far back. And I've actually been waiting because he's been waiting on his windshield for a while, and they actually make a pretty cool windshield for the Sportster S. That's a bolt-on or clamp-on or removable, whatever. And it looks pretty cool. I mean, it doesn't ruin the bike. And I've seen a couple pictures of them, but I've kind of been waiting for for Ty, because, he does a good job with reviews and stuff and installing and so the only thing I bought for it was the heated grips and this Wild One shifter peg. That was the only thing I could get. Everything else is like on back order till like forever.
Oh, heated grip. So you're like an eighth of the way into a beggar.
Yeah.
I mean, you just got to come to the geezer side, man. That's where the fun's at.
Except I have 120 horsepower, and I could just blow by a bagger.
That's cute. Till you get to the gas station.
You can blow by a bagger.
Yeah,
it's like price at the gas station.
By. You guys will have all your stuff. I'll have a bottle of water with me, and I can just ride.
Yeah, but you know what? We can hit
they're so cute when they're young.
Torrential rainstorm, and you're going to be soaked to the bone, and we'll get where we're going and open those saddlebags and have dry clothes.
I'm really disappointed. I forgot to take a picture today. We ran over to Home Depot, and I'm doing a light install that's going to drop Sunday. Link in bio. No, on the bike, I had both of the side bags off. I was like, wow, look at that. It's like I got a street bike. It's not even a bagger anymore. And this guy at Home Depot was like, that's a really nice bike. I'm like, oh, it's more impressive when the bags are on it. Top box is still on it. It looks totally stupid, but who cares?
Hey guys, I appreciate you guys letting me jump in here tonight.
Oh man, anytime.
Little dinner.
And you're going to be coming up on an episode, so we can't wait for that, man.
Yeah, hey, Ray,
I'll let you guys know we'll link up, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you guys some more. Moto,
So
nice to meet you, man.
yeah,
Nice
and
to meet you,
everyone can
man.
follow you on the Harley Showcase on Instagram and now Facebook, right? Or not
Yeah,
Facebook,
Harley
I'm sorry,
Showcase is on
YouTube.
Instagram, on Facebook. I just started the Facebook one.
Okay.
Kind of for what I started it because we're going to talk. Actually, real quick before I go. So this is what we were talking about. Where is all this being broadcasted to right now? What different outlets are it being?
Oh, we have no idea what we're doing. It's just YouTube. Wait.
Okay.
Oh, we never hit broadcast. No, it's just YouTube.
YouTube right now.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
But
So,
through
hey.
StreamYard, you can have this one. You can go through. You can have it go through Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, right? If you add the what do they call it?
I don't think it does Instagram. I think Restream does though.
Yeah, there's a bunch of. But hey, Ray, don't forget when you're in the garage. Hey, wild ass on your seats. Oh, they're great, buddy.
Oh, there's
That's all I
two
gotta say.
plugs. We're 2 plugs it. Okay.
That's right.
All right, homeboys, you guys have a good night.
See
Thanks for
yous.
inviting me. I'll
Great
join
meeting
you guys
buddy.
again very soon.
Can't wait to talk to you.
Later, Ray.
So, Denver, that reminds me of my Pro Glow lights that I have on my bike. They
very
change
nice.
colors.
How about that?
Yeah.
You're stepping up
So
in the world.
I'm installing the Custom Dynamics dual color side latches lights for the bags, and I have to drill a hole in my side bags. We'll nervous about that. We'll see.
Hey, you know what?
Lucky did a video of drilling holes in his bags to put a gun holster in there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you watch it? And that was on a CVO, I think.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
Hey, Brad.
CVO bag. He didn't care. He was just right into it.
Go to the store, get a bottle of Jameson, take 2 shots, measure, and drill a hole.
Okay.
And if you miss, fucking try again, buddy.
I mean, it's only a 1,200-hour mistake if I screw it up, right? It's no pressure.
Yeah, and I mean, you are going to get a CVO anyway, so you could just go trade it in.
That actually might be the video to make. Make the video where the bag shatters because it catches the drill, and then just use all the ad revenue for my CVO.
You want to get a new bike, so what are you worried about?
Yeah, but it's hard to trade a bike in when it's only got one functioning bag.
Hey, duct tape on the inside, a bunch of body filler, Sharpies, fucking call it good.
Yeah,
Hey,
Monkey, I may need you on speed dial if it's for an Avant Black expedited overnight shipment after tomorrow. We'll see how it goes.
A lot of people only have one functioning bag,
No, I got
man.
2. One functioning bag is my toolkit, all my cleaners, my rags, and a bunch of supplies. The other bag can go with my clothes, and then I got the tour pack for my wife's stuff. And then the bag on top of the tour pack for my wife's stuff.
Yeah, that's how it works. Especially when the only problem with any of the touring bikes is if you tour 2 up, they get small fast.
Yeah, you don't get no room.
Yeah, the rain gear alone takes up half a bag.
You got to
It's
learn how
crazy.
to pack, right? Roll your stuff up in little rolls, and you can get a lot of stuff in the one saddlebag that you get. And she gets tour pack, she gets a rick rack. You got the one bag.
Yeah, I mean that's how my trip went.
Yeah,
but the rolling the clothes is certainly a good. That's how we did it.
Or get a food saver and vacuum pack your clothes in a little bag so you can get all the extra room. I seen it on a video.
I
Hey,
think you might
Roy,
have
I
done
could
it.
still stop for gas and still keep going. You wouldn't even be there yet.
Oh, that's so cute.
Hey, but you know what? At the end of the run, we're gonna beat you there, and you're still gonna be getting gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, Les, come on. It's
Your
120
speed,
horsepower.
your speed limiter still caps out the same as mine.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
Guarantee you it does.
I've seen videos of guys going like 180 on that thing.
Videos.
No.
Hey, let me see your video.
But
Yeah.
this is like in Indonesia or somewhere. Like,
Well, yeah, that's kilometers.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't go that fast anyway. I'm more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I hit 100. I'm good.
Wow, Cyclon's getting rough.
He said, yes, I am.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeepers.
And
So-
I actually met a woman who could suck start a Harley.
Did you marry her? Sorry, I just had to ask.
No,
No, I'm
Jesus.
setting you guys up to hit the home run. That was great.
Yeah, I only pack my onesie when I travel. Don't judge me.
That's right.
I got one of those Snorlax onesies. I'm not going to get pulled over rocking a Snorlax onesie with a Shoei. Nobody's gonna mess with me.
Hey, as long as you admit it, Brian, that, hey, you're golden.
Hey, I'm a furry. Just don't judge me. Don't kink shame me.
It's funny
Hey,
though.
that's fine. You're a furry. I'll remember that.
So I think my father-in-law has a Harley road. I think it's a 2001 Road Glide. It's black. He never rides it, and he's like, they're getting ready to move to Florida, so they're selling everything. And I told him, I said, well, what are you doing with that bike? And he's like, I don't know. I'm going to take it with me. And the wife, my mother-in-law's like, no, you're not. You're not taking it with you. There's going to be no time for that. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, hey, give it to me. Like, it's super nice. And I was like, man, that would be the perfect, that'd be the perfect touring bike.
You better simmer down, man. That's a big bike.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, your Sportster's so fast. Why would you want an old man's bike?
Well, listen, I mean, after the power of the Sportster, I mean, this thing's going to feel like a snail.
Oh, hey, come on. And before
but you're going to be able to ride it for more than an hour. So it's all relative.
It's not black. That is vivid black.
True.
You got to get the terminology right when you call it paint colors.
Oh, speaking of new bikes, the military biker's in the house.
Oh, military bike.
What's going on, buddy? He's got a beautiful new bike.
Yeah. He went from a Sportster. He made that jump. He didn't buy up a couple.
Oh, shots fired.
Hey, $20 is $20.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Fuck, you're cheap.
If I leave there with $100 at the end of the day, I'm not upset.
Hey, you're a busy
Yeah,
individual.
but you're still riding a Sportster.
Sportster S.
Yeah.
Sportster S, aka.
Oh, don't worry. They're gonna put that engine in the baggers. And
I don't want anything related to a Sportster in my bagger.
Oh yes,
No,
they're
they're
gonna
not.
put that. That's the next move. They're gonna put that in the Road Glide, and you guys will be happy.
Well, they're gonna have to do something soon with the EPA compliance. But then it's not gonna sound like a Harley.
Yes, I know. I know, Pro Monkey, that you're just messing with me, and I'm asking for it, so it's good.
Hey, Monkey, that's why I still ride a 2004. I love the shit out of that bike.
Yeah, his bike is wicked nice. He bought it from the guy who never rode it, and he's only rode it 2 or 3 times, and I'm like, hey, you're gonna get rid of it, keep it in the family, right?
But the only thing you got to worry about that, all kidding aside, if it's been sitting that long and it's not been ridden, oof.
That's why
That could be a bill.
When I got my 2004 Road Glide, the original owner was my dad. I'm the second owner. I have every bit of maintenance records from day one when he bought it brand new. And for me, that bike will never leave my family. When those times come, it'll get a heart transplant.
Yeah.
And then I'll go to one of my boys.
Well, you'll never have a problem finding twin cam parts either. So.
Oh, fuck no. The only problem is going to be which boys are going to go to. It's going to be a goddamn Royal Rumble in the backyard. I'm fucked.
So Ty, they don't make exhaust for the Sportster S yet? Oh man.
There's a couple out.
I mean, if you got a Harley with stock pipes, that's questionable right there.
Who is it, Ty? I can't think of the name. I want to say Cobra. Does that make sense, Cobra? Yeah.
Could be.
They were first to market with an exhaust, and it looks all right, but I mean, it's really not that, like it doesn't, and they want like $800 for it. And, they have the O2 sensor on the second cylinder where it comes out. They have the O2 sensor just sitting right out in front. And I was just like, it just looks like shit, As Pro Monkey would say, it's a bunghole. It's like they put the bunghole right in the front of it. So when you look at the exhaust, you're like, exhaust, bunghole, exhaust, so it's but Vance and Hines is, Two Brothers. Yes. Thank you, Ty. Two Brothers. And it sounds pretty good. And you can take the baffle out, but I've seen a bunch of a lot of people in different countries making their own, but
I mean, Two Brothers has been around in the industry for quite some time. I mean, they're a very reputable country. Fuck, can't even talk. They've been in the industry for a while, make a great product. I'll give them that. I mean,
The
I know.
lumberjack has been flagged.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people order them, and they have it in ceramic black or chrome, and you know, it seems nice, but it just really bothered me that, and I don't know why. Maybe I'm just OCD, but on that where the, you know, you got the V twin, you got the second cylinder right on the bend, they got the bum hole right there, just sticking right out, and it's just like, why would you put the O2 sensor right there?
I want to make so many jokes here, and I'm trying to behave.
Yeah,
but I can, you know, remember somebody with the RC51, the TL1000 running the Two Brothers, and dude, they sounded impressive. I know they've been in the industry for a very long time and got a great quality product.
What's it going to sound like? That's what I'm very curious.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. You don't know until you see, you know, a few of those products on a bike to where you can start getting some sound clips to where you can understand what it's going to be.
yeah.
No, I'm not even saying sound clips. I'm saying like in person. Are you going to be able to make it sound aggressive?
Dude, I bet it will sound aggressive because the Two Brother exhaust on the old Honda RC51.
Come on, Pro Monkey. I know you can't hold back.
And whatnot. I mean, dude, they sound amazing.
No, I'd be curious because I mean that's going to be that motor is going to be very interesting to see if they can get that iconic sound out of it at some point.
They can't.
Yeah, very true.
There's no way.
Oh, hey, you never know.
I was talking to Pro Monkey about it.
In all fairness, if you had a bagger, you'd have a stereo. You could just blare the classic potato sound over your hair dryer.
You get a good cam in it, then you get the exhaust. You know,
I think you'd have to cam it, yeah. Because like what Pro Monkey was saying is that you know, for the power, you know, the pistons, you know, fire very, you know, where I guess I don't know. Pro Monkey was saying that.
Yeah, just
you
don't use the word bunghole in those hand motions at the same time. We're gonna get demonetized.
Yeah, you're just gonna.
No, we're not. I mean, Pro Monkey, you know. But anyway,
we're messing with you.
But right now, my bike sounds like Grandma's sewing machine.
I bet it does.
Yeah, it's just like.
Then you got to stop every 100 miles to fill it up so people can hear it. That's got to be embarrassing too.
Yeah, but it's the fastest 100 miles you ever wanted.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Oh, man, you guys don't even know what you're. Wait, I'm just gonna say, just wait, ride a Sportster S, and you'll realize.
I sat on a Sportster S and I look like a monkey fucking a football. There's no way I'm riding a Sportster S.
I've took Gixxer 1000, Gixxer 1100.
It's way too small for my taste.
No.
Yeah, but those are Japanese bikes, man. Those things are just whatever.
Yeah, but they'll blow the doors out. That's a problem.
But your Harley's made in China.
No, it's not. It's made right here in where is it?
Milwaukee. Here.
Milwaukee, right in Milwaukee by Americans.
Right.
There's so many things wrong with that statement, but okay.
What is outsourced? Yes. So.
Dude, you gotta put Dallas's face mullet's coming up.
My shop vac. He's the guy at Bike Night going, yeah, but my bike's got all these cool attachments. I can get in behind the couch with it. I get it.
Still doesn't do shit.
It's true. I mean, I get it. You guys are a little jealous because of the power, you know.
It's true. It's true. I mean,
jealous by the power, but I'll blow you by every gas station you want to stop at.
Wait, you blow what? Stop! Right. Just stop!
No, I can't.
Wait, are you saying?
This guy? I don't know where we found him.
You guys,
I'm just saying, you know, at 100 miles when you're getting fuel, I'm gonna honk and wave, and I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah. I will say this: no matter how cool your Sportster is, it will never, ever get the looks I get on my Ultra going by the nursing home. Oh, those ladies go crazy. They're running out with their walkers. They're like, "Yes, he's here."
Hey, Bri.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, Mrs.
Oh, shit.
No, you don't want this smoke. You don't want this smoke.
Hey, wait till it's dusk and I go by there and I flip on all the neons. I got you beat, buddy.
There you go.
That's right. So, all right, guys. Hey, I gotta.
Yeah, we do have to wrap this up. I didn't realize what time it was.
Yeah, I gotta get up at fucking 2 a.m. and go to work.
So before we go, we got Monkey Baggers and Brews has their live stream on Thursday, as always. And Monkeys is apparently marrying people. That's what he's saying on Friday. I don't think that's really what he's saying, but he is having his live stream on Friday.
Hey, do it live on Fridays. Go tune in.
And then
ceremony.
Denver, we're on Sunday or are we not? I don't remember.
Oh, fuck yeah. Sure.
Okay, who's on?
To be determined tomorrow.
You gotta love a guy who has a successful podcast and just shakes the 8-ball. You know?
Hey, I have many dates confirmed beyond this coming Sunday.
Okay, yes.
Sunday, the next Sunday,
yes,
the next
do.
Sunday. They're all booked. This Sunday, we're gonna fucking win.
I need that TVO up, man. Just eat it up.
I don't,
Hey, stay tuned for Clockworks. That's all I gotta say.
Yes, Brian Clock is coming to the V Twin Life podcast very soon.
That's right. March 13th. Stay tuned.
It's gonna be
Brian,
epic.
Before you go, can you bring Monkey on?
No, if he wants to jump on, he's more than welcome because I feel like he's ready to throw down.
I feel like we need to have a conversation because there's been a lot of talk about sucking, and
oh man,
Christ, that went
my teeth are intact. I cannot take my teeth out.
Whoa,
Jesus. Brian, you just got flagged.
Yeah, I just got demonetized. Jesus.
You're like, what? We're talking about teeth. I mean,
you make one Sportster joke and the whole internet loses its mind.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to grow a channel. I can no longer be part of this shenanigans.
Oh, come on.
It's been live. It's been real. I got to eat dinner and go to bed.
Okay. Night, princess. Did you want to talk about your wild ass one last time before you left?
No, it's comfortable. I mean,
okay.
You can't go wrong with a wild ass seat. Hey, later, guys. It's been fun.
Later, Gator.
Hey, man. See you. Thank you.
Moto Noggin, if you want to hang out for a while, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, we're going to hang out. Yeah.
If anybody else wants to jump on here, I'll tell you what. We'll throw this up.
We got to get Monkey on here.
Nah, he's busy.
He's talking some.
Oh, that's funny. That is too funny.
Gotta roll, kids.
Vietnam tonight.
What is Vietnam tonight? Oh, I got to talk to Vietnam tonight.
Yeah, he's talking about his dad.
His dad is Vietnam?
His dad's a Vietnam vet, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Man, I respect the hell out of those guys, man.
They've dealt with a lot, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, Vietnam was a shit show, and the way they were treated when they came back was just horrible. So.
Oh, he's actually talking to Vietnam, the country. My apologies, Sir Monkeyness.
Oh, no, my work. Okay.
He is an international monkey of mystery.
Well, maybe we can get Mrs. Monkey on here.
No, because she's going to tear you up with that CVO. You don't want that beating.
No.
That's just a rough beating.
Oh, I mean, she's got a lot of work into that CVO, though, too. I mean, they do it? They did a stage 2 on it?
I forget what they did, but yeah, they put some work into that bike.
So I think I got ride mode, so I got sport mode. I mean, it hooks up.
I tell you what, they need to bring that to some of the other platforms. They need to bring that to some of the other bikes for sure, because I think right there is a great idea.
Yeah, I think definitely that. I could see that. I feel like that's going to be the next thing and I don't think it'll be the same engine, the 1250. I think they'll come out with like a 1450 or something like that, and they'll put that in the touring, big bagger touring with all the stuff, navigation, heated, everything. I mean, liquid cooled, all the power you want, and I mean, maybe not. I mean, there's a lot of people that really enjoy the old.
I think they're going to have to do it at some point, and at some point they're going to have to say, this is the way we're going, and screw the base, because that market is dying out. You know what I mean? They need to bring technology to the bikes at some level. And when you see what Indian's doing, it's pretty impressive. I'm not a big Indian fan, but what they're doing is impressive.
Yeah, I think that you'll see a liquid cooled bagger soon.
Well, they're gonna introduce They're gonna introduce more Sportsters this year with the new engine, which I think will be really cool.
Yeah, which I'm like kind of waiting to see, because I'm like, hey, what are they gonna do? Or we got the Sportster S, and it'll be interesting. But
maybe they'll make a Sportster ST sport tour.
So Roy, wait, so the monkeys are coming to Laconia?
No, I think he's joking.
Oh, okay.
Where was that? I didn't even see that. Oh yeah, no, they're not coming to Laconia. Because somebody mentioned that before. He's only going to be going to, I think it's Sturgis. Well, he's going to Daytona. I don't know if he's going to Sturgis. I think he's going to Sturgis this year.
Yeah, the whole reason for the Rev Max is the damn DPA, yeah. But I'll tell you, the Rev Max, the 1250, I can tell you there's a lot more power in there. And right now there's nothing, aftermarket for it or any kind of upgrades, but
well, it's like anything. There's going to be. I mean, Sportster S, girl.
I'm running a Sportster S in my mocha latte, bitches.
Hey, bike night at Starbucks, I'm sure is fun. There's no need, They actually, what they need to do is bring back the. I'm surprised they didn't or haven't. They had the Sportster touring at one time. The 1200T. I think that was a cool idea to get people inspired because that's where the Lowrider ST is coming from. Is more of a touring platform. I think it'd be pretty cool because you can tour on a small bike. It's just not super comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, look Mike Tyson approved. That's awesome.
Yeah, we need to make that happen.
But look at Honda, right? Look at the Gold Wings, right? Back in the 80s, the Silver Wing, 500cc motorcycle, and it's a touring bike. It had the bags and the road pack and everything, and you weren't getting there fast, but it was reliable and you could do it. Yeah.
Well, and it's like anything. If you want to tour, you can tour on anything. It's just a matter of how determined you are to do it.
Yeah. And then how much money you want to spend too. I mean, I know guys that, I know guys that ride Sportsters like cross country just because people say they can't, I mean, it's doable, but
I think it's funny. I know a lot of people that had Sportsters or had smaller displacement bikes. And the argument was, well, they couldn't tour because they had a smaller displacement bike. I'm like, I had a 400cc scooter. That thing went everywhere. I didn't even think about where I was going. Like people are like, oh, I've got a 1200 Sportster. I can't go on the highway. It's like, really? Or do you not want to go on the highway? And that's fine. But if you want to do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be holding you back. Displacement is only an excuse.
What's up, the process?
The process.
Yeah, I've been trying to find his channel and I can't ever find it.
Yeah, the process. Post your link to your channel. It's something. It's named something different, I think.
Because if I type in the process, I get like all this freaking like crap and out because like he was on with me the first time.
Oh, jeez. We're just brutal. Nobody has.
Yeah, I mean, I do have to tinkle a lot. I mean,
yeah,
you might be right.
Yeah, and it's right. You get a good sized tail bag on it, and you can tour on a bobber for sure. I mean, people do it. I took, like I said, I had that 400cc scooter. I had no shame in it. I took that thing everywhere. It wasn't one of those things where I know a lot of people with smaller bikes are like, oh, I can't go on the highway. Like, yeah, you can. It's just a matter of whether you want to. It's like anything, it's you don't need the biggest bike or the biggest touring bike to tour. And it's a shame that people have that belief, but yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, I see pictures of people who just like tour on like a Dyna and they just hang a tarp like between their bike and them and they sleep on the ground and they're just doing it and they don't care,
All you need is the motivation. That's all you need.
It's
we're coming up on 2 hours. I'm gonna have to cut this. But
all right.
I really appreciate you hanging out. You can hang out. We're gonna hang around for a second when we stop. But I appreciate you hanging out. Anything so just give everyone the rundown where they can find you on social media.
Yeah, so I'm Moto Noggin YouTube channel and Moto Noggin on Instagram, and that's pretty much it, man.
Well, make sure you check his channel out, and I will be with Denver on the V Twin Life. I'm also going to be on Tactical Pineapple's channel this Friday night, and the time escapes me. It's around 9 o'clock Eastern Standard. We are going to be talking about guns and mental health, so that's going to be a really great roundtable. I'm pretty excited to be a part of that. So as always, everyone, I appreciate you guys hanging out, and we meant no harm. Whatever you ride, you ride. It's all good. We love you all. And yeah, hope you guys all have a great weekend, and we will talk to you next week. See you guys. Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you.